Basics right. There is some basic right that happened in Kibra this week. Now, amid the intrigues surrounding the red card shown to McDonald Mariga by Beatrice Muli, the referee in November's Kibra parliamentary contest, over the former footballer's contested voter registration, something interesting and actually worth applauding happened. Now, look at this photo. It may have passed many people unnoticed, but those are Mariga supporters when they came across those backing Bernard Okoth, popularly known as Imran, in the Kibra parliamentary race. What warmed my heart is how the two sets of rival supporters acknowledged each other and exchanged pleasantries. They did not clash, they did not quarrel, they did not shout at each other. There was no semblance of bitterness or hostility. And yes, they did not throw stones. The two sets of supporters seem to understand that political differences don't have to degenerate into vicious skirmishes. I hope this will be the spirit during the entire campaign period in Kibra, and ultimately when the 118,000 registered voters get an opportunity to make that critical decision in the 180 polling stations on who will fill the late Ken Okoth's truly big shoes. In the bigger scheme of things, what the Mariga and Imran supporters inadvertently demonstrated to the country was that it is possible to live and let live, even in the rough world of Kenyan politics. Political rivalry and peace are not mutually exclusive. That differences in politics should not necessarily be a source of violent conflict, blind sycophancy, and suspension of common sense. The truth of the matter is that political violence never pays. It leaves supporters with scars that even political deals can never heal. In March last year, hitherto sworn political combatants, President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, surprised their supporters with an unexpected truce, popularly known as the handshake. Rivalry immediately transformed to brotherhood. Political bitterness was promptly converted to friendship. But worth noting, victims of the post-election scuffles did not feature in the handshake talk. In fact, those who lost their lives before and after the 2017 August general election seems to have been forgotten. Who talks about Chris Musando anymore? What about Baby Pendo? What about Baby Mtinda? What about tens of young men who were maimed by police officers during the infamous protests? What am I saying? Political leaders will never fight. Their differences notwithstanding, but their supporters are always only too willing to be incited to hate, to attack their neighbors. And when political leaders make up, when they shake hands, the supporters are left shaking in rage and disappointment. Hopefully, the Kibra image this week will remain in the minds of Kenyans across the country, that it is possible to differ politically without resorting to violence. And that is the true definition of democracy. Siasa safi, siasa za ungwana. And that's my punchline.